It's Week 7 of the NFL. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' sure-handed wide receiver. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Raiders and the Colts, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Play action now, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Prescott to throw it. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle into the hands of Woods.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 3rd down, Henson, and some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 43. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this to the 22, so they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, pass out left, caught by Woods. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well.
And this ball will be intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Raiders at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. They'll look to throw now on first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On play action, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On third down, it's Prescott. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Prescott yet again. And this is going to be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
And still yet to find the end zone. So we're trading first-half field goals. Going to break through on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He hits Jacobs here on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack.
They'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away, and it play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll look to throw here. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. Hey,
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So a great 2nd effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a 2nd effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
From the 29, Prescott, and this is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide?
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Bilal Nichols there on the stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Henson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
To throw is Prescott.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On 1st down, Henson. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have regained the lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now here come the Raiders.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Complete to Kelly. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. To the air again, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
4th down, Prescott. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans on top.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are back within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half.
Still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good 1st half offensively.
and you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Prescott. Looking left side of the man. That's Kellen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Henson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down now, Winters, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Colts! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting the field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one we're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Certainly not. Charles, that's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On first down, Henson, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Looking to throw, Prescott. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Henson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. On the crossing route, complete. It's Kelly. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Up the middle they go. Henson showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. Place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, Hank, kick it. Field goal time.
So maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd and 2, Levine. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there or the leg still there? This has been a tough game. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on it quickly once more. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a handoff up the middle. Henson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run the counter. Winters. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Winters. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Up the middle they go. Henson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what a real estate